What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today is our second day of legs for the week. So I am filming this a little later in the week and you will see it on a Monday, but I'm kind of switching up what I'm doing. Not to say that I'm getting bored or anything, but change is always good. So on my first leg day, what I'm doing, I'm kind of doing a mix of like heavy and high repetition. So I'm kind of trying to get that whole bulking aspect, but also the shredding aspect at the same time. Not sure if it's gonna work out, but I thought I'd test it out. So what I'm doing is the first day, my first leg day, I'm doing a heavy squat, but a high repetition deadlift. So every leg day I try to always do some variation of a squat, some variation of a deadlift, because those are very complex motions. So you're getting a lot of muscle activation and I love doing them. So, like I said, first day is going to be a high weight squat and deadlift is going to be a high repetition deadlift. So then when your second day or my second day comes rolling around of legs, I switch it. So I do a high repetition squat and a high weight deadlift. So I'm getting a combination of both high weight and high rep to build muscle, but shred it at the same time. So I'll give you an update on how this is going in probably like 3 to 4 weeks, because you always want to test something out for at least 4 weeks to see how it's going and see if you're seeing any kind of change or anything like that. So I hope you guys like this kind of combo and can't wait to update you on how it's going. Let's do it. Alrighty guys, this is part of my leg day warm-up, but it has changed since my prior video of my leg day warm-up. So I wasn't really feeling it as much around my thighs and lower leg, and I wasn't feeling it as much in like my glute area. So I went ahead and I moved it down to my feet, and I wanted to make sure to show you guys this. And what I'm doing is counting down. So I start with 5, going 5 steps to each side, and then I go 4 to each side, 3 to each side, 2 to each side, and then 1 to each side, and you will feel it. Let's go ahead and move into our first superset of this workout. I always usually like to start with deadlifts and squats, but the bar was taken, unfortunately, so I had to start with more of like my lighter exercises that I like to do at the end, but that's okay. It adds a different kind of challenge. So what we're going to do here is going to do sumo walking squats, and you'll just have the weight hanging down below you. I added a little bit of resistance around my calves in order to feel it more in my glutes, and you're going to go for 20 steps, so it's going to be 10 on each side. You are going to superset that with curtsey lunge with a hop at the top. So what you'll do here is go down into a curtsey lunge, and then as you come up you will hop up. Now for those of you who haven't done a curtsey lunge, the difference is that instead of your leg going directly behind you, you are going to bring it more towards the side that you are standing on. So right now I'm moving to my left side, so my right leg is going to the left rather than straight behind me. And then you're just going to come up and hop up. We'll be staying here for 10 repetitions on each side. Moving into our second superset of this workout. Once again, the bar was still taken, so usually I like to do hip thrusts with a straight bar, but this actually did add a challenge of its own, so I would recommend trying this if you guys have someone to place the weight on you. We're going to be staying here for 12 repetitions, so it is going to be a heavier hip thrust. I place the weight around my legs in order to activate my glutes a little better. You guys will see me start to die a little bit because it gets very heavy, and you have to have like this balance aspect of it within your hips, so you're activating these really tiny muscles for this balance that you don't usually activate with the bar, so definitely give it a try. Then into our second exercise of the superset, we are going to do step ups. I originally wanted to do this with a front bar kind of aspect to it, but like I said, the bar was taken. So I just went ahead and grabbed the dumbbells and placed them on my shoulders so that it's working my shoulders a little bit rather than hanging them down by my side, because it makes your muscles activate differently. I'm sorry for the terrible angle here. My husband had just gotten home, so he had to get back into the routine of what angles were appropriate for filming. This one is not the greatest, but you guys get the idea. We are going to be staying here for a total of 10 repetitions on each side. Finally, moving into our third superset, we are going to start off with those heavy deadlifts. So go ahead and grab the bar. We're going to be doing a sumo stance today and going for 8 repetitions. So whatever weight you can use to max out at 8 repetitions. By repetition number 6, you should be thinking, oof, I don't know if I'll make it to 8, but you should be able to make it to 8. We are going to be staying here for 4 sets of 8 repetitions, and there is a superset with it. The second exercise of this superset is going to be a reverse lunge into a narrow stance squat. That's going to be 1 repetition. We're going to be staying here for a total of 12 repetitions, so that is going to be 6 on each side. This is going to be more of a burnout, so the weight isn't very heavy. I'm using a 25-pound weight in my hands. This is going to be part of that aspect of bulking / toning at the same time. So you're lifting heavy, but then you're trying to also burn out that muscle. End of that superset, doing the 4 rounds, I wanted to see my run repetition max, so I went ahead and increased the weight and tried to see what I could do for 1 repetition. This was not my 1 repetition max because I was able to do 3 of them, which I wasn't able to do this weight at all last week, so I was super pumped. I got a little too crazy because I was a little too pumped. So then, since I did 3 of those, I went ahead and increased the weight again because I wanted to be able to get that 1 repetition max. My husband got in the way a little bit because I do like to check my form in the mirror to make sure that my back is in a straight alignment. And then I went ahead and I lifted for that 1 repetition max, and I was super pumped because that was the heaviest I've lifted yet. So now that you've basically killed your legs in doing heavy deadlift, why don't we kill them some more? So we're going to do a narrow stance squat with a resistance band around your legs. This type of stance for a squat literally just kills me. I think because I have to actively engage my glutes more rather than if I stand with my toes out and a little wider, you're automatically more inclined to activate your glutes more. So this kind of makes me have to think about it and have to work on them, which is very difficult for me. So we're going to be doing this type of squat for 15 repetitions. So make sure you choose a light weight that you will be able to do 15 repetitions with. Usually once I get to about 10, right about here, I stop at the top for probably a good 15 seconds and I die a little bit, and then I continue on for those last 5 repetitions and just pump it out, guys. We got this. We are strong. We will get it. Now to finish off this killer exercise, the last exercise of our last superset is going to be fire hydrants. We are going to be staying here for 15 repetitions on each side. Now, a common mistake I see with this is that people are rotating their hips too much. You want to try to make sure that they are flat and level the whole time and that you are lifting that leg straight out to the side. I do see people try to bring it back more or bring it forward more. You want to make sure that your hip and your trunk are at a complete 90-degree angle as you're performing those fire hydrants. Alright guys, woof. That was really hard. I'm dying. I hope you feel the burn. I honestly have such a good butt pump right now. I should take some bell feeds, right? Sorry, I get a little brain dead after I work out for like at least 20 minutes. So I did realize that I don't do a whole lot of quad, see, brain dead. I don't do a whole lot of calf, so like gastroc work when I'm in the gym, because my calves grow like wildfire when I do work them out, because I danced my whole life, so they're like my most dominant muscle. But if you guys want to see more of calf workouts, just let me know and I'll do some for you. But that's gonna be it for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.